Right, strap in, mate, because today's update is absolutely bursting with drama, daft money, and some proper Celtic transfer magic. Nicolas Kühn looks like he's packing his bags. But don't worry, we've already lined up a £3 million replacement. And it's not just that. There's talk of cashing in quick on Balikwisha too. But listen, the last story, it's massive. A £28 million striker, a Chelsea midfielder, and a transfer prediction that'll blow your tap off if it comes true. So stay right there, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and stick with me till the end. And because this final bit, mate, this is the kind of signing that changes everything. Right? Sit tight for this one, because it's heating up like a July night in Govan when the power cuts out. So here's what I'm hearing. Nicolas Kühn, the lad we signed for peanuts and polished into a proper winger, is set to pack his bags and jet off to sunny Como, where apparently Cesc Fabregas is building some kind of Serie A super club with a wine bar instead of a dugout. And if you believe Hugh Keevans, and I know that's a choice, Kühn's off next week, undoubtedly. Now, here's the thing. With Kuhn on the brink, Greg Taylor already sunning himself in Greece, and Kyogo long gone with that 10 million in the bank. We're looking at a potential £25 million burning a hole in the Celtic biscuit tin. And what's the call from the stands? Spend it loud and clear. We've got a Champions League qualifier right round the corner, and right now the squad's looking lighter than the Rangers trophy cabinet before 2011. There's no room for dithering. You've lost Kuhn, Taylor, and you never really replaced Kyogo, unless you count praying Adam Ida finds his shooting boots in pre-season. So here's my question to you, and don't dodge it. If Kuhn's gone and £25 million is on the table, would you trust this board to spend it wisely? Or are we about to see another summer of we were close and the right player wasn't available? Let me know what you think, because we've seen this dance before, and I'm not in the mood for watching us fall on our faces while Leipzig or Como walk off with the talent we made sparkle. And remember, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already part of the madness. Paradise never sleeps, and neither do transfer rumors. Here's the scoop then. While Nicolas Kühn's packing his suitcase and brushing up on his Italian, Brendan Rodgers isn't wasting a second sitting on his hands. He's already out the traps like a greyhound at Shawfield, setting up what looks like a direct replacement. And guess where from? Right back to Rapid Vienna. Talk about a full circle. So, Isak Jansson, that name ringing a bell for you? Maybe not yet, but it might be soon. He came in as Kuhn's successor over in Austria, and now he's got a price tag of around £3 million hanging over his head. And let's be honest, for a pacey winger who's already being eyed by Lazio and Fiorentina, that's not daft money at all. Swede by birth, sharp by nature. He could be next in line to dazzle the North Curve, if we move fast enough, that is. But that's not all. The Michel-Ange Balikwisha saga is picking up again like a dodgy old record. Antwerp are getting twitchy and looking to cash in quick. We've been sniffing about the Belgian winger for a while now, and if Kuhn's off the wage bill and the coffers are fattened up, then now's the time to strike. No faffing. Champions League qualifiers aren't waiting for the board to check their inbox. Even Brendan came out after that pre-season kickabout with Queen's Park and said it straight. Kuhn's done brilliant. We're proud of the lad, but now it's time to use that money and get cracking. The model's working, but only if we reinvest and quickly. Otherwise, we'll be showing up in Europe with our pockets full and our wings empty. So here's one for you to chew on. Should we be playing it safe and bringing in another young project like Jansson? Or would you rather see us go all in on Balikwisha, proven ready, and possibly the next big Parkhead showman? Drop it in the comments, smash the like, and make sure you hit subscribe, pal. This window's only just heating up, and paradise never sleeps. All right, so here's one to get the imagination running wild and maybe a few pints raised in celebration. if it ever came to pass? Imagine this, right? Celtic going full Galactico this summer, not just bringing in any old striker, but splashing out on Evan Ferguson. That Evan Ferguson, the £28 million man. It's not even transfer gossip. It's AI that's throwing this one on the table. But I tell you, if it ever happened, Parkhead would absolutely erupt. Ferguson, with his power, pace, and nose for goal, leading the line under Brendan, he'd be lashing them in for fun. No more messing about with potential. We'd have the real deal. Now, obviously, that sort of cash sounds more like Chelsea than Celtic. But wait, AI's no done there. Apparently, we're also getting Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, a Chelsea midfielder now, but not exactly living the dream at Stamford Bridge. You put him beside Calmac and suddenly you've got a midfield engine with bite and brains. Imagine him spraying passes around paradise while we're giving someone like the Rangers the usual treatment. And here's the cherry on top. AI's throwing in Teden Mengi from Luton Town as a defensive option. Strong, quick, ex-Man United youth. He'd be brilliant cover for CCV and could even be groomed to take over long-term. And now I know what you're thinking. This all sounds like Football Manager on sugar, right? Maybe it is, but stranger things have happened. We've seen lads written off in England come to Glasgow and become legends. So here's the big one I want to ask you. If Celtic had the 28 million in the biscuit tin, would you spend it all on Ferguson or spread it out, get 2 or 3 in and strengthen across the park? Let me know in the comments, mate. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and stick with me for more Celtic chat that hits harder than a Bruni tackle on a wet Wednesday night at Tynecastle.